Today, we're making chicken parmesan. Alright, now just a forewarning, this is a family recipe. We've been making it for generations. We never measure anything out, use exact measurements. We eyeball it as we go. I couldn't give you an exact measurement. I probably wouldn't come out as well if I tried to measure it all out. But now just bear with me, and you can see by the amount of each item that I use, you can kind of gauge it for yourself. And just don't overdo anything. We're making chicken parm. The first step is to make the tomato sauce. So I'm gonna put some salt into a pot of garlic oil, olive oil over low heat. And then I'm gonna add some chopped onion and some chopped garlic. As this heats, it's gonna caramelize as it starts to turn to sugar. So that's a chemical reaction. And then we're gonna add, and then eventually we're gonna add some of this tomato paste. Just gonna kind of mix it around a little bit. So now the onion and the garlic have started to caramelize, so I'm gonna put a little squeeze of tomato paste in there and mix that around. All right, so now we're gonna add some crushed tomatoes in there. Put some whole tomatoes in there. Now I've put a little bit of water in here, the tomato can. I'm gonna add this in. Add this to the sauce. I'm gonna put some fresh basil leaves in there. Just a little pinch of sugar in there. A little touch of onion powder. And then a little bit of this granulated garlic right here. Might have been a little heavy-handed on that one. And then we're gonna mix it around. Now we're gonna mix this in. And we're gonna add about 2 tablespoons of butter to give a little sauce, a little bit of extra flavor. Stir that in there. All right, so now as I'm working on the sauce, we're gonna get started on the chicken cutlets over here. So the first thing we're gonna do, we got some egg in a bowl. We're just gonna beat the egg a little bit. It's gonna denature the proteins in the egg. Go and start to break down some of the amino acids in it. And then we're gonna add our chicken, which we've seasoned with some garlic, some onion powder, and some Montreal steak seasoning. We're gonna put that in there with the egg. Put a third of a cup of some vegetable oil in a pan and heat it up. While we wait for the oil to heat up, we're gonna start to bread the chicken cutlets. So now when we bread these cutlets, the egg that we let it sit in for a little bit is gonna act as an adhesive here. That's what's gonna make the breadcrumbs stick and stay on our chicken cutlets. So we just wanna get both sides breaded. All right, so now that the oil's heated up, I'm gonna take the breaded cutlets, I'm gonna put them in, and I'm gonna let them fry for about 5 to 7 minutes until they're brown. So go ahead and just place those in. All right, so it's been about 5 minutes on the cutlets, and now we're just gonna flip them. Do 5 minutes on the other side. So be careful when you flip it, because it is hot grease. All right, so now that these cutlets are done frying, if you look at the color, it's like real nice golden brown color we got to them. We're gonna finish them in the oven when we make them into the chicken parm. But for now, we're just gonna put them on this paper towel lined plate to let the grease run off and get absorbed. Right now, we're gonna go ahead and put the cutlets onto the pan. Now we're gonna put a little bit more sauce on top of the cutlets, coat them with some more sauce. Shredded mozzarella cheese on top. All right, now after we put the cheese on, I'm just gonna put another layer of some more sauce on there. Each piece. Get our oven going. I'm gonna preheat it to 350. Now we're gonna put it in here. It's baked. It's set to 350. We're gonna allow this to bake for about 30 minutes. Now, So now while the chicken is baking, it will undergo the Maillard reaction. So now what that is, it's a reaction that will occur between 300 and 350 degrees. So the chicken and the crust that we put on it is going to brown. The amino acids are going to react with the sugars, and it's going to be very aromatic. It's going to be very flavorful, and the dish, that's what's really going to make the flavor in the dish. All right, so now it's going to go on for about 30 minutes. When you take it out, you'll be able to see if the cheese is melted. That's what we look for. The crust of the chicken has browned, indicating it was hit at 300 or 350 degree threshold for the Maillard reaction.